What's going on, Crypto Logic Podcast? How you guys doing today? I hope you guys are doing fantastic. My name is Mike, man. This is your co-host, John. And today, man, we got a action-packed podcast for you guys. We're going to be talking about a bunch of things. First off, we're going to talk about the overall market sentiment. We got a couple of bullish news articles for you guys as well. Then we're going to go off of the winners and losers, or top gainers and losers of the whole crypto market. Yeah, I mean,
losers and losers, winners.
It's the same thing.
Winners and losers.
Y'all know what I'm talking about. All right, so let's actually just dive into the overall market really quickly and then go from there. So as you guys can see, we are currently down, but we're sitting at 1.484 trillion. I'm sorry. We're down about 4.67 from yesterday.
It's crazy because we're down, but we're technically up.
Technically.
We've been down, like the week before, we were down like 1.5, 1.6.
Were we that low?
I believe so.
Oh, we were like at like 1.7. I don't know.
I remember seeing us at 1.4, 1.5.
Sheesh. I mean,
when Bitcoin was at like 42,000, 40.
Okay. I definitely have to check back at that, but that definitely does make sense.
Right now, but
Bitcoin is doing what Bitcoin is doing, right? I mean, it's good to see that we're still at that 44,000. We haven't dipped underneath that. We haven't went back to like that 42. A lot of people were saying it could potentially go back down to that 42 just because we were kind of overbought when it went up to that 46 range. But no, it's reaching support at about that 44,000, which is actually pretty nice. I gotta actually read the charts to see if it's gonna bounce from that 44. But for the most part, I'm pretty happy about that 44,000 Bitcoin. Looking pretty good. Ethereum finally started to see a little bit of a retracement.
Then go back under 3,000 though, which is good.
Yeah,
Close.
I think it will stay at that 3,000. Hopefully it will stay at that 3,000 and kind of use that as support and kind of bounce up and do its thing. XRP is consolidating a little bit. Now, I did a TikTok explaining where I think XRP could go just based off of what's going on. Because I tried to chart it at the 4 hour on the 4 hour chart, but I couldn't see enough information. So I ended up charting on the 15-minute chart. And on the 15-minute chart, the 50 MA did cross over the chart, so we will see a little bit of a like price reduction, I guess, or a sell-off, or whatever you want, a retracement, whatever word you want to use. But honestly, I think we're gonna bounce off and kind of go up, because I mean, when I charted it, it looked like a reversal, a reverse, what do you call it? A reverse head and shoulders. There it is, reverse head and shoulders pattern. So when that tends to happen, it tends to go to the upside. So I mean, I don't know. We just have to kind of wait and see where it's gonna sit at resistance at for XRP. So I guess we can move on to the actual news. Right here, you guys can see that crypto is no longer in its early adoption stage, Bittrex global CEO says. Now I'm going to read a little bit, so bear with me. The crypto industry began with Bitcoin's launch in 2009, flowering in its bustling industry filled with many different assets and blockchain-based solutions in the years following. The sector, however, is no longer in its infancy, according to Bittrex global CEO Stefan Stoneberg. Sick name. Now, honestly, John, do you think that it's no longer in its infancy stage? Because I mean, if you look at the data and statistics, there's not a lot of people actually in crypto right now.
No, so, I did a TikTok. To be honest, we're past the adoption stage compared to like a couple years ago, because I did a TikTok. There's about out of the world, there's about 300 million people into crypto right now.
Right.
And just in January, there was 100 million, like literally less than 100 million.
Okay.
So out of the whole population in the world, out of 7 billion people, 300 million is like 4.29%. It's like 4% of the world. But before that run up in May, or the meme coin era, like March, April, May, it was less than 100 million people. So it's already tripled the amount of people. That's a lot of people. We're compared to like last year, we weren't really talking about crypto at all last year. The year before, Like we've
Yeah,
heard of it,
that's
we
true.
knew of it, but we never really spoke about it. Now there's people like you mentioned crypto. They obviously now they used to know Bitcoin. Now they mention Ethereum, and now they mention Dogecoin, and now you're starting to see people who are a little bit more deep divers can mention XRP, mention
ADA.
ADA,
Yeah.
Cosmos, maybe Polkadot, but like
Uniswap. Yeah.
yeah, I think we're out of the early adoption stage because now look at the world. El Salvador is using Bitcoin as a legal tender. That means that country needs to countries around there need to accept it as a form of payment.
Yeah, I mean,
AMC.
It's interesting, man. I mean, I mean, personally, me, I think we might kind of still be in that early adoption. Just my opinion, just because there's not. I mean, 300 million people is a lot of people, but given context to 7 billion.
Yeah.
Tiny, man.
It is
Still
tiny.
kinda
It is,
tiny.
but that's why early adoption stage. We're getting out of that early adoption stage. It's starting to. Basically, how I think of it is we're getting out of that stage to where you can't use like not knowing about crypto as an excuse anymore because now Venmo's promoting it. Oh, you can use your cash out rewards from your credit card and put it into crypto. You can use crypto at AMC. You could use crypto at movie theater places. You can use. They're applying for ETFs like exchanges, almost all. Look, you want to read that? Or,
No, go ahead.
almost all major institutions have invested in the cryptocurrencies or plan to invest in the cryptocurrency. So, really quick, what I'm trying to say is, we're getting out of that early adoption stage because these large companies, large corporations, people who are rich investors, asset firms, capital groups. They're already putting it on the dock, like, hey, crypto is going to be something that we're going to look at. We're actually taking it serious. The government of the United States, there's been issues going on with verbiage in the crypto regulation. Like it's starting to be talked about. It was never talked about in that form. Like,
I'll give you that.
It's not like we're not. Oh, we're mainstream. It's just more roads are being laid out for more people to get on the road. Right. That's what I'm saying. Like before there was no road. You had to walk on gravel and get your feet messed up. Now there's road.
It's funny.
They're building the road as we go, and more people can see a nice, comfortable road, and you can see more people starting to get on the. It gives them access to the road. It's like a new lane. You know, on the freeway.
Yeah.
It's like a new lane opening up.
Oh,
now it gives you more opportunity for more people to get in that lane.
Got it.
That's my opinion. That's
I get it. I mean, I hear you. I definitely hear you. With the news sort of thing, man, they throw a lot of
early,
they throw a lot of FUD out there, man.
It's still early, yeah, because that's just how it goes.
They throw a lot of FUD out there, but moving on, guys. So exciting news in the Ripple case. Ripple versus SEC. U.S. Congressman says resolution could have significant ramifications. Ramifications. It's a big word right here. Ramifications for the crypto market. Take it away, John.
That is a. We spoke before we got on air. That is a reason. I use a funny analogy for Marvel, but that is a reason why I think that we're getting out of the early adoption stage, and this is going to be like one of the big domino pieces that falls that for people who are into crypto, and this will open the doors for more people to get into crypto. In regards of people with up the higher ups, right?
Right.
The elites, if you want to call them, because the SEC lawsuit, if this goes in the favor of Ripple or its settlement, you think it's a settlement.
I think it's a settlement, 100%.
Yeah, I think Ripple's trying to win, but if they do settle and it's positive to where XRP is considered the same thing as whatever Ethereum is and whatever Bitcoin is, because that's the issue. They're saying that our XRP is a security, so it's like they're treating it like a stock. Like, if you buy XRP, you're buying a stock, so it's not a cryptocurrency. So technically, it's in a different lane. It's not crypto, right?
Right.
So more people are like, well, I don't want to invest in that because the taxes are different. It's already regulated. You want crypto regulation if it's a cryptocurrency, right?
Right.
But if this goes in the positive way of favor, in the way of in the way of XRP's favor, see, I'm just talking. This means that the rest of the crypto space will benefit from it. Because most of these cryptos that have high use case, positive use cases and have strong utilities, they're just gonna be, well, we're the same as these. You can't come after us because we're doing the same thing that they're doing. We're considered the same thing. This sets up like a domino effect for the whole crypto space, and it will allow a lot of money to move into it safely and comfortably.
Right.
Because look at the world. Japan,
El Salvador.
India, but
All
all
the
these
Hispanic
companies,
countries.
all these 300 companies have signed up to work with Ripple.
I mean, yeah. So, I mean, even if you don't
Just not the U.S. right
like
now,
XRP, right?
some
Because
companies do.
I do a lot of videos about XRP on my TikTok. John does a lot of videos over on our TikTok. If you guys look underneath John, you can see. If you guys want to follow us there, we do put out content every single day. But a lot of people are like, I don't really like XRP, and that's totally fine. We're not here to make you like XRP. We're just giving you the information. You do the research on your own. But this XRP case does have significant ramifications for the whole crypto market, literally, because if XRP settles and then they end up winning, quote unquote, that'll be a good thing for the overall crypto space, because then there's no lawsuit, there's no negativity with like
they're free to full go.
Yeah,
they're free to operate.
It's free.
U.S. companies are going to be able to work with them because they're already making deals with countries outside of the world. Like, I mean, on the other side of the world, in Asia and all that stuff.
Exactly.
Look at there's 300 companies that are willing to work with, and some U.S. companies, Bank of America, PNC Bank. But now we said this in the previous video. How many companies do you think will ready to jump on board in the U.S. once this lawsuit's over?
So many.
But the thing is, what this means is, what if they lose? What do you think if XRP loses? What would happen? Like, it'd be devastating.
It would be pretty devastating. Because then
For the crypto space,
the
I think XRP
headlines
will still be fine though.
The headline,
Not
well,
US.
XRP would be
It would
fine,
just have
just
to
not in
probably
the
move
US.
out of the U.S.
But the headlines will be like, you see, crypto is not safe. It's this, it's that, it's security, it's a big fraud. It's
yeah,
a
you
da-da-da.
can sue other tokens.
And I think it'll be just all bad from there. And so that's why we feel like this has significant ramifications depending on where this actually goes. So yeah,
it's pretty. It's
pretty
awesome.
It's pretty interesting.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
And look, and that guy even said it it goes down in the article. I don't know if you want to show it.
Where?
But right there. First of all, he says, first of all, my position is very clear. XRP is not a security. All right. That's the first thing he said before they did the interview. First things first. That's a CEO of an exchange, of a crypto exchange.
I mean,
No, that's a congressman. That was from the other article. I'm sorry, take that back. The article that we spoke before was
Tom Emer?
Bittrex. Yeah, Bittrex,
okay.
the CEO. That was a CEO that said that we're out of the early adoption stage. In this current article that we're reading, it's a U.S. congressman saying this. United States congressman saying, first of all, my position is very clear. XRP is not a security. All right. He's a crypto friendly though, but
I mean, honestly, I think all signs point to this lawsuit basically being settled. In my honest opinion, there's just I just feel like they're just wasting time at this point, so they can kind of at least catch up to be like, oh, we're gonna start regulating exchanges, or we're gonna start regulating, I just think it's always gonna be.
Before we move on to the end, he says, to avoid a very rare and embarrassing defeat, the SEC is likely to fight tooth and nail to win as the case is slowly inching toward trial. They don't want to lose. So that's what I'm saying. I feel like they could settle. I don't think Ripple wants to settle because I think they can win, because if they win, it's like a stamp, like, yes, this is what we are. We're digital currency. You cannot, now that the SEC can't use this argument that they use in Ripple in other tokens. It won't work because you just go back. It's like a Ripple test. Now it's like, well, do you like how Ripple uses it? It's the ledger, so they just move money back and forth. So cryptocurrency is like, well, when you buy a token, is there a use case for the token? Are you using the token to
move this or do that
around?
Yeah.
Do you need the token, like Ethereum? You need the Ether token to buy NFTs to move things around. You're not buying an Ether token and hopefully Ether does well and the money goes up and you cash out. Like, technically, people are doing that,
right?
But that's just inevitable. Like,
yeah, it's gonna happen.
But realistically, you're using that Ether token for gas fees. You're using that Ether token to buy things on the Ethereum network, to move things
especially
around.
NFTs.
XRP is gonna be the same way. Bitcoin is literally supposed to be a store of value, but you use Bitcoin. You're supposed to send Bitcoin back and forth to people, sending money back and forth. Now people are just putting money into Bitcoin, just increasing their value of their Bitcoin. So it's just.
I can't see the SEC, bro. I can't see them losing. I
don't see it.
I can't see them saying, God dang it. I feel like when you play with the government, though, they always make it seem like we allowed that. I feel like that verbiage is going to be, we allowed for it to happen. Oh, it didn't do this, but we allowed to settle with Ripple because they're not a security or whatever. I just feel like they're going to use that type of verbiage to make it seem like they didn't lose. Just my opinion, man.
The judge is going to make that decision.
I could be wrong.
I know that this is going to be, it's been like 8 months now since this lawsuit's been going on. Ripple is, I feel like they're very confident, but everyone,
as they should be, though.
The SEC is like the only place or group or corporation, agency, whatever, is saying this. They don't really have anyone behind their back. This U.S. congressman is literally saying, like, but they
need this though, because without this, they wouldn't have chance. They can't catch up. This case is allowing for them to at least put policies in place to where they can be like, okay, here's regulation.
If this
That's
case
what I
ends,
think.
like, imagine it ends, dude.
They can't catch up. It's impossible.
This, oh man,
it will literally be impossible for them to catch up. They won't catch those.
That's our opinion.
Those bad actors, the ones that's rugging people, doing all this stuff, and it'll be too late. It's just my opinion.
They can use, like, if they lose, but they can go after. Either way, this case being finished, if they can go after those rug pulls. Those are all considered securities.
Yeah.
That's why I think everyone always wants to make a swap, because they realize, oh, we just buy this token, but you're just holding it. You're buying it and you're holding it and waiting for the value to go up. You're not moving the money around. You're not, literally, think about it. All the shit coins, all the shit coins that you buy, you just hold them.
Yeah. And wait for them to go up to $1.
You don't use them to do anything. I mean, a lot of tokens are like that. That's what the SEC, the Gary Gensler did say. He's like, hey, more than likely your token that you're holding is a security.
More than likely. All right, moving on, man. We've been talking about XRP for a while.
But that's like
but honestly, this is like a deep dive, right? You could literally talk about XRP all the time, and I can never really get bored of it because it's so interesting. Because it's like I'm connecting this dot over here, I'm connecting this dot over here, and then they intertwine. And it's just very interesting to me. But I mean, if you're not an XRP head, then this information is probably like over your head. But moving on to the winners and the gainers and losers of the crypto space, or at least in our portfolio, anyway. The top gainer, I guess, would be GRT. Looking at the graph right now.
You love the graph.
Sitting at the type.
The graph.
They're saying that the graph, for those of you who guys don't know, they're saying that the graph is the internet of crypto. It basically allows for you to find anything on the blockchain super quickly. That's what the graph is. The use case for the graph is. So I'm happy to see this sitting up at here at this at 84 cents. I mean, I would love it to get back to $1, but you know, I'm content with that 84 cents right there.
Killing it. Look at DAG.
XDC. DAG is doing pretty good. I mean, DAG doesn't really move as much right now, just because a lot of people, I feel like, don't really know DAG. And I mean,
it's still so early.
If you guys want us to do the research for you on camera, let us know, man. We're definitely would love to do that for you guys.
We should go live and do like a couple tokens, do deep dives on live.
Yeah,
I don't
know. That would be pretty dope. Let's go to the losers of today. Velocity is doing, it's consolidating a little bit. It's consolidating a little bit,
token
which is fine.
Too.
But I hit a price target, and I pulled my initial investment, so I'm house money right now. So, I'm cool on Velocity.
Token's down.
Once it goes up, I'll be okay. Albert token is down as well. Stacks. Harmony.
It just dipped at 58. It was just at 60 like 10 seconds ago.
Albert, somebody's probably taking profits or something. Vectorspace, it
was at 460 before we did the show.
It's consolidating a little bit.
It was at 460.
It's bouncing, and the only I can't really chart VXV because it's so new, and that's the only thing that frustrates me about it, is because I can't predict or get a kind of understanding of where it could possibly go with VXV. It's kind of just,
I think
you have to have a price target of where you want to go. Like
$40 by the end of the year.
I want to accumulate up until $6. And once it hits $6, I don't want to accumulate anymore. You have to have that with VXV. In
that was mine.
Opinion.
$5.
$5 was John's. So
right now, I would buy in more right now. But like, this is the time. Remember that? I think was it yesterday or 2 episodes before? Everything was green. Yesterday everything was green. Yesterday everything. Today there's blood in the streets. Today, if you're looking to dollar cost average technically, A day like this would be the best day to purchase. You yesterday said I'm not buying anything today.
Yeah.
I actually bought more HBAR yesterday.
Yeah.
But I was like,
nope.
I want to buy any more. I just love HBAR. I was like, I'm buying it. It was like my scheduled time to buy. I was like, I'm still gonna buy it. I should have waited till today to buy because it did dip a little bit, but everything dipped. But like, you know, that's financial advice. You do whatever, you know, you do your own research, do whatever you think is best for you. But on a day like this is the best day to buy.
Now, honestly, one of the best ways to dollar cost average, say you have $1,000, right? You don't put your whole $1,000 in right now because you don't know if the price is going to continue to go down, especially if you don't read the charts, right? You put in a little bit at a time. $250. All right, the price dipped a little bit. Up, I'm put $250 more, $50 in more, or $100 in more. Oh, it dipped a little bit more. Up, I'm putting a little bit more. And then that way you bring your average down. But then when it goes back up and hits resistance or support, then you're gonna start immediately be in profit. Don't just throw your whole whatever money it is into it and then be like, oh, I lost money. Oh, I gotta sell.
Like yesterday, if you had invested, I saw a lot of people on social media saying, I'm buying some today. Like today now looks like a good time to buy. I'm like, what? That's not. No, it's actually not. It's a good time if you've already bought and you're enjoying your profits.
Yeah.
But to see it all green and then say, I'm gonna buy in today. Like XRP hit $1, I'm gonna buy in today. If you bought in your share at $1, you're mad right now.
You're pretty angry. 100%. You're pretty angry. No, but I honestly feel, John, like
actually I was taking profits of ETH yesterday to buy NFTs and to buy other tokens. That's why I bought HBAR. But yesterday was a good day to take some profits a little bit here and there.
Yeah. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong though, right? The average retail investor that doesn't do any technical analysis, any research, anything,
it's all emotion. They
kind of wait for influencers or people of influence or people that have a certain amount of followers to be like, oh guys, look at this token. Here are 5 tokens we think could hit, $200 or $500 or whatever.
Like this week or something.
And they just FOMO into these projects, but then they end up losing money and they're like, oh, crypto didn't work for me. That's why I feel like majority of the retail investors are currently right now. No one is doing this deep dive of information. They're not trying to learn what the use case are. Like I had a comment today. A girl told me, she was like, do you know that XRP is a scam? Every single thing is a scam. Do you really know what the use case of XRP is? And I was like, are you serious?
That's why there's over 300 companies
I was like,
that
dude,
want to use it, that are using it.
Obviously, I know what XRP is. That's why I'm talking about XRP. Like, what? But honestly, man, it's you either got people on the far left or you got people all the way on the right. You just every once in a while you might
political.
find
He doesn't mean that in political way.
Right. No, not politically.
Not Sheesh. Political. We're not political.
My God.
So you're saying the left is good, left is bad.
No.
Right is good, right is good.
I'm not saying
you're
that.
Using it,
I'm using it as an analogy.
This side. Just say this side and this side. Okay.
But what I was trying to get to was every once in a while, like minds attract each other and they end up in the same space, which, well, probably could say that our Discord right here, shameless plug, is that space. That is that happy middle ground that everyone can come around and kind of have that understanding where these are the things that we're invested in. These are the things that you guys should take a look at. We all have like-minded, and it's always good to be around like-minded people, in my opinion.
Yep.
Honestly, in my opinion. So if you guys want to join our public Discord, how many people do we have in there right now? 30?
Over 30 already.
Over 30?
Yeah.
I mean, when we started, we only had 5. Now we're at 30, so
two of them were us.
well, 28, whatever.
Yeah, no. I think we got more than 30. I'm gonna check. Yeah.
But nonetheless,
34.
man, it's
yeah.
There we go, 32 then.
32,
not including us. So yeah, you guys, if you want to be around like-minded people, guys, honestly, it's one of the best places to be. We don't charge anything for it. We're not going to ever ask you for any money as far as joining that public Discord. You will just have that and be able to talk to us freely about whatever you want to talk about. John's literally always in there. I'm there every once in a while just because I have a family. I have smaller children, so it's a little harder for me to be in there all the time. But if you did have a question, one of us will definitely reach out and answer that for you. And then if you look under John, his green phone, you can see all of our socials. We got our Twitter, our TikTok, and our Instagrams all at Crypto Logic Pod. And you can find us all on our socials there. So thank you guys all so much for watching. We really do appreciate you guys, and we're really excited that you guys like the videos, man. Our views have consistently been up since we started this new way,
and we're getting some new subscribers. Please keep sharing. Please liking the video helps, and commenting too. Just you guys comment anything. We'll always reply.
We wanna get this channel to where you can come here literally to be like, I just want to listen to some information where I can understand it. We try and make it as simple and easy and cut and dry as possible. Our goal with this channel was we wanted to create generational wealth for everyone who followed our channel or watched our channel, because that's what we're trying to do in our personal lives. So to you guys, if you don't know anything about crypto or anything like that, I hate to keep shamelessly plugging it, but the Discord is a very good place for you guys to go in order to have that information and have that understanding of what crypto really is, and try and get out of these Shiba Dubo Boopa Duba kind of tokens thinking that you're going to be a millionaire tomorrow, because in reality it's not really going to happen, guys. So like I said before, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.